is your host, Bob Biniak.
I'm Bob Biniak, and I'm here live with a News 5 at 5 special report. Recently, we did a story on the Giza pyramids in Egypt. Now, today we're bringing you a follow-up story on those same pyramids, but the gods and goddesses worshipped by the groups called the Egyptians. We have a field reporter, Vally, live via satellite, who is covering this story from Egypt. She's at the Giza pyramids. Here she is. Vally?
Hello, Bob. It's me, Vally, reporting live from the pyramids of Giza in the most fabulous place around, the Sunshine Country, Egypt. That's right, Bob, Egypt. And how are you back at home there, Bob?
I'm terrific, Vally. And how's the weather there in Egypt?
Well, Bob, I gotta tell you, it's hotter than your mother out here. Get it? Your mother.
Yes, Vally. We all get it.
Well, Bob, the first god we're gonna talk about here is Anubis. This guy kind of freaks me out. Anubis is the god of the dead and mummification. He was the original, I say original, because later down the road, a not-so-nice guy came around and took his job. But we'll get to Osiris later. Anubis must have been a pretty scary-looking guy.
Wow, Vally, you ain't kidding. He does sound pretty scary.
I mean, scarier than your mother. But anyway, people really worshipped Anubis because of what he stood for, and the people really wanted a good life in the afterlife. Many priests wore masks of Anubis during the mummification because they believed that Anubis would watch over the process and make sure that everything went smooth. This is why Anubis is so important to the Egyptians. They really believed that you had a better time dead than you do alive. And they just wanted to have the best time possible. So they worshipped the god who could do the best thing for them when they went to the underworld. You see how that works there, Bob?
Yes, Vally.
Yeah, I know, Bob. That's why I said it.
Wow, this Anubis character sure does sound pretty important.
Yeah, no, Bob. He really was to these people. Next, we have a sassy little cat named Bastet. And when I say cat, I ain't joking. Bastet was portrayed as a woman with the head of a domesticated cat. Or a chick with a house cat's head. Hey. Bastet was important to the Egyptians because she was the goddess of fire. And you know how everybody needs a little fire. Fire to cook, fire to get warm, fire to burn witches. Any way you slice it, you know what, you need it. Next, we have Sekhemert. Sekhemert was the goddess of war. In culture and civilizations, there is always war. And the Egyptians were no different. They needed an explanation, and this is why Sekhemert, the goddess of war, was invented. Like any toaster or television. Fourth on the old god list there, we have Osiris. Osiris ruled the world of men in the beginning, but after Ra abandoned the world to rule the skies, he was murdered by his brother Seth. But then, Isis, the god of magic and stuff, came along and was like, yo, I don't want him to be dead. And then Alakazam, and he arose and became the Lord of the Dead. And the Egyptians, like all cultures and civilizations, needed an explanation for death. So they created Osiris. Finally, we have the Shiznite, the Isis, the goddess of watching over women. She spent a lot of time with her people and taught them many things, such as how to cook and clean and swoon the men. Well, Bob, that's about wraps it up from the pyramids. Respect of Gaza. Giza. Whatever. This is Vally, the crazy Greyhound, reporting. Booyakasha!
Thanks, Vally. That was very informative. Next up, beef jerky eating lesbians cause a 7-car pileup and kill 14 people. This is Bob Biniak, signing off.